welcome Solex Nation. It is Wednesday night and we're so happy to be here with you tonight. We have a few announcements as usual. The first one is we want to remind you about our Disneyland giveaway. There's only about a month, about 5 weeks left in that giveaway.
We're closing in on the end of this giveaway. It's a big one. We're going in October. 3 people are going to win. Those with the most active direct QLAs at the end of July, they're going.
They're going with a guest.
With a guest.
And this is airfare, a Disneyland hotel, and
tickets to the park.
Tickets to the park.
And a little bit of time with yours truly. Okay.
And you know what?
That alone is going to cause some people to say, I'll take the cash out on this one.
They'll take the cash instead of the tickets if they have to go with you.
That's true.
But no, really, we are going to go with you and Loran, and it's going to be a really fun time. So like we said last week, though, that is not set in stone who it's going to be. There are quite a few contenders, and it does change every week who's in the top 3. So keep going, keep working at it. We're just excited for that trip.
Yep. And so as we progress through the summer, not to move that too fast for you, we are also looking right now as we prepare for Day of Discovery in August 26th and 27th. We just want to remind you that if that's of interest, if you want to come join us, it'll be a great event. Great to see you, hug you, give high fives. We have a long list of trainers, professionals that will be with us at that event. We're looking forward to their instruction as well as some fantastic announcements. Too many. I mean, I couldn't even put how many we have so far. Did you just see that? Okay. Major announcements so far that are coming. We're excited for them. We want you to be there. If it works in your schedule, commit to that now because ticket prices go up on July 1. So,
for that Day of Discovery.
For that Day of Discovery.
Now, if you
what does it include, though?
Well, if you want more information about what we are doing at Day of Discovery, some people are asking for hotels. They're asking for airport information and timing. That is all in the back office. So if you go in your back office and go to the Day of Discovery tab, like you're going to order and pay for it, all of that is in the description. So you can go there. And if you have any other questions, please feel free to give us a call, or you can even send an email to support@solexllc.com, or you can even ask on the Facebook group. You can send a private message on the Facebook group and we can get that information to you.
Yes. And in that event, we do have a special legacy event or section.
Yes.
We're going to do a legacy dinner on that Friday evening. So if you have a ticket to the event and you're a member of the legacy group, you get to come join us at that dinner.
Yes. All right. The next thing that is actually coming to a close really soon, we have asked you to send in your testimonials by the end of June. If you do that by the end of June, then we will send you a 6-pack of the Alpha 3 passes. We have had such a good response with this. We've had several people send in videos and also a written testimonial. We'll take either and or. We'll take both if you want, or one or the other. And you send those testimonials to solex@solexllc.com. And as long as we receive that by the end of June, we will send you free Alpha 3 passes for that.
And if you're not familiar with the Alpha 3 pass, this is an easy 3-day pass that you can send from your scanner to somebody who's never been exposed to the scanner before. So often we have this experience where we show something and then we want to invite them to explore it a little bit. This is an easy way. All you need is first name, last name, and an email address. You can send them one of these Alpha 3 passes and you're going to get 6 with your testimonial.
6 different people you can send them to.
So you can send them 6 different people. They can try it out, test it out. You can follow up with them, see if they'll answer their questions, get them comfortable with the environment within the scanner and all the powerful tools that are built in that environment.
Now we've tried to ease that for you too. We talked about this a little bit last week, but we are coming out with some videos. They are how-to videos, how to do each scan. So far we have inner voice and vitals that are done, and comprehensive is
right there,
as well as Cephi. They are coming out in the next couple of weeks. Now we have those available right now for you in YouTube. So if you are sending an Alpha 3 pass to somebody, please send the links to those videos, and that makes it eases the training on your end, but also makes it easy for them to understand how to run each scan and which scan they'd be interested in.
They're not very heavy videos. If you haven't seen them, they're about
2 minutes.
a minute and a half, 2 minutes, and it kind of just goes through step by step what you do, how to do it, and what you should be experiencing. Then they can go and jump in and do that. So great, good ad.
So, and those are going to be coming to your scanner soon, but until then, just send those from YouTube. Now, every week we do top enrollers and we do contest winners. Sometimes we're a little long-winded, and so we decided...
Me?
No, I wasn't saying you. So we decided to give other people a chance, have you see some other faces. We're going to turn the time over now to Deb and to Jake to announce those winners.
Hey everyone, it's the bench warmers, the ones that usually ride the pine, the B team. Back this week, we are going. I'm Jake and this is Deb, and we're going to announce the top enrollers and the contest winners. Deb, who's our top enroller?
We've got some people on fire, actually. They are enrolling like crazy, so it's been fun to talk to them on the phone and hear their excitement as they are enrolling. So you guys, they really are on fire. Our second top enroller is Emily Tang, and our top enroller for the week of June 13th through 19th is Rita Dickinson. Keep up the great work, Rita. Ooh. I know, good job, Rita. We love to see all of these new faces and names coming through, and I've talked to Rita on the phone, and she is literally on fire. We're so excited. So congratulations, yes. Rita. We'll send you another silver coin.
Wow, another awesome. And I guess we're going to do the contest.
Yes.
The contest was to comment on last week's call about what you liked that you heard about Thinkin' Pro. Sorry, that was a little hard to say, but that's it. And we have a ton of comments here. You want to pull the first one?
Yeah, and just for the record, I've been taking Thinkin' Pro, and it's pretty awesome. In fact, I don't miss a day. Oh. So, okay, Laura Deming. You are our first winner. Her comment was, I loved hearing that these are Shelby's favorite supplements ever. I have had some difficulty staying with a supplement program in the past, but I am faithful at taking gold. Yes, we love gold. Every day, and it will totally be motivating to use Think and Pro. Great combination too, Laura. I have some hand tremors, and I am hoping that the support for my nervous system from these awesome products will help me with that. Thank you as always, Solex, and blessings. Blessings to you,
Go,
Laura.
Laura.
Enjoy that Think and Pro.
Yeah. All right.
There are a lot in here. You guys made some great comments. If you haven't seen them, go in and read them.
Yeah, that's a ton.
Yeah.
Okay, this is for Lucy Chapin? Chapin, okay.
I hope.
And I was on the Legacy call and so excited about the new products, I added them to my monthly subscription. Looking forward to using and sharing results. Also looking forward to new updates. I love being a part of Solex. That's awesome. We love that you're a part of Solex too.
And for the record, if you do put it on your auto ship, you get a $5 discount on this on the 2-pack. So there's a motivation to put that on auto ship every single month. So
that's awesome.
All right, one more winner. Winner, chicken dinner. Here we go. Solex Life. You're gonna have to call and tell us who you are. I can't wait to put Think and our Omega into my quick scan and watch how often it'll show up. Thanks, great ingredients. Agree 100%. And Solex Life, we need to know your name so we can get it out in the mail to you. So please contact customer support ASAP and say, I am Solex Life. That or we're gonna have to do some investigating.
Congratulations to the contest winners and awesome job, Rita and Emily. And we're always happy to be here to announce the top enrollers and see the contest winners. So have a great rest of the call.
Yeah, enjoy. Till next time.
We are back today with one of our favorites, Deborah Bruce. A few weeks ago, we went onto our Facebook page, which is Solex AO Scan Official, and asked you to ask questions of Deb so that when she's here, she could answer them for you. So we're going to ask her a few of those today, and hopefully if we don't get through all of them, we can ask some more for a later weekly update. Does that sound okay to you?
Sounds great.
All right, let's start with a question about body systems. Now, this person said this is kind of a big picture question that she has. She wants to know how should we view body systems compared to inner voice, vitals, and comprehensive? What is the comparison there?
I would suggest using body systems when you want to quickly get an overview on what's going on in the body from a blood frequency level, an emotional level, and also an organ gland system level. There's a lot of information in there when you use body systems, and so what it's picking up very quickly is the effect that emotions have had on the organs, glands, and systems due to the frequency of neuropeptides that have been attached to those different organs, glands, and systems because of a reaction by the brain. Those chemicals go in the bloodstream and then they attach. So you have that piece, and then you also have how the emotions have ended up affecting the frequency function of the blood. Remember, it's not a chemistry evaluation, it's actually a frequency evaluation. And then you also have, just in general, how the frequencies in the blood and the organs, glands, and systems are doing in relationship to function and inflammatory. So you get a lot of valuable information very quickly from doing a body systems, as opposed to the time that it would take you to do a complete inner voice, a complete vitals, and a complete comprehensive. So it's just a very good way to get a lot of information very quickly that's very accurate and gives you a total picture on how the frequencies are functioning in the body.
You know, body systems is, I think, my favorite scan. I love the body systems scan. It takes about 3.5 minutes. And it scans and optimizes. Also, one thing I like about body systems is being able to pick which systems I want to scan. You don't always need to do all of them.
Right.
So body systems is valuable.
It is.
I believe. She also wanted to know more about the details of the reports. Do you think that it is more skewed toward viruses?
No. The body systems goes through all the different categories. It's not just concentrating on viruses. You'll notice that there's information in there at different times on mold and fungus. Sometimes it's bacteria, sometimes it's chemicals, sometimes it's pesticides, sometimes it's diet. It's a whole range that's being considered. If you're in your own personal experience seeing that it seems like it's skewed more towards viruses, then maybe either yourself or your family or the ones that you're scanning just happen to have more frequencies for that category. But it's not that the test itself is pointed towards looking at viruses more than anything else.
Okay, and then the next part of this question, do the values of vitamins and minerals generally reflect deficiency versus overabundance?
In today's society, with the condition of the soil, the depletion of the food, the quality of a lot of supplements on the entire market being bought out and having a lot of fillers put in them, you will find that the majority of people anymore are deficient in nutrients, especially if those nutrients have to do with stress, with digestion, with brain health. You're going to find that the report picks up that there is most of the time a need for supplementation because of what's been depleted.
Okay, so the second part of that is, she said, have you found that imprinting homeopathics of miasms finds it to be effective in neutralizing them? That's kind of a hard one.
Well, it's not that it's hard, it's just that you're going to run into a lot of different opinions. So I'll tell you what, I'll give you my opinion, and that's all it is my opinion. What I've seen over the years, for example, I had a mentor who, when his children grew up and were going to get married, he asked them to please do him the courtesy of not having children until he had worked on the genetic hereditary miasms to the point that he wasn't seeing them show up anymore. It took a number of years, but he did that, and when they weren't showing up anymore, he started having grandbabies. And when he tested the grandbabies, they weren't showing up for those miasms. So there is the possibility that when you regularly and correctly work with the miasms, that there is, I just put it with my clients, you're either getting it where the frequency is exiting the body, or you're shackling it up in the basement, and hopefully there's no environment or emotional trigger or anything in the future that loosens the shackles where it gets to go and affect the body again.
Awesome. Okay. Next question. How important is the date of birth, height, and weight to the accuracy of the scans? And then someone else commented and said, I was wondering that also today. Weight and height. Did the frequencies increase in strength the bigger the person?
I've gotten that question before when I've been entering people's information as well. I guess the best way to put it is what you're doing is you are just creating an algorithm, a fingerprint for yourself in the system. It doesn't have any more or less accuracy if you say I'm 160 pounds or I'm 140 pounds or whatever. You're creating a profile for yourself. So I've had clients come in, and in fact I had a few ladies that were like, oh my gosh, I weighed 160 this morning, and I just looked at them and said, you know what do you want to weigh? And they said, oh, I want to weigh 130. And I'm like, well, let's put that in, 130. And it's happened a few times with some ladies because it doesn't affect the accuracy of the test. Ironically, the same person that we did that for came in later and said, oh, ever since I put that weight in that as my algorithm, my subconscious is going, that's what we're going to be. And she started losing weight. So it was a nice perk at the time. So don't worry about if the weight or the height is slightly off. It's not going to affect how accurate your testing is.
And the truth is, if you have lost a lot of weight or you've gained a lot of weight, don't change your
Right.
profile.
Just leave the profile the
Leave
way
it.
that it is, because as you go along, it's building information in the background.
It will start all over if you change
Yeah,
information.
don't change the
Yes.
profile.
That's right.
So ladies, just put in what you want to weigh.
Okay, I do have to tell you, I did that on my driver's license. I didn't want to put what I actually weighed, so I put what I wanted to weigh. Well, now that makes me mad because I weigh less than I put on my license.
Oh no, you have to
Now
change it next time. You have to renew
Yes,
it.
I have to renew it. Okay. How do you read numbers properly to find out what's wrong with you?
There is no ability with your mobile scanner to read numbers to find out what is wrong with you. That would be diagnostic. And as we've been going over, since we started using the mobile scanner, the numbers reflect whether frequencies in the body are registering for some inflammation or frequencies are registering for a lowered function. And anytime you see a mold, a fungus, a virus, a bacteria, whatever, it's not saying, oh, this is what you have. It's not locking and pigeonholing you into a little square box or a little round box. In fact, that's one of the actual major benefits of our scanner, is it doesn't pigeonhole you with a diagnostic label. What it does is show you that you might have something that is residual from the past. It could be something that's developing. It could be something that's there. It gives you time to improve the situation. You don't want to be locked into, oh, this number is telling me what I have or what's wrong with me. What you're seeing are frequencies that you can make lifestyle changes about, and you can do supplementation for. Take the frequencies, put it with the physical particles, like Einstein said, whether that's exercise, whether it's food, whether it's supplementation, whether it's hydration, whatever it is, and start to see a change in your frequencies. All it's showing you is where your frequencies, according to the number, are out of homeostasis and out of balance. And what we're trying to do is get the body physically and energetically on a frequency level to come into homeostasis.
You know what? I love listening to you, and you're an amazing teacher. And I know a lot of you also feel the same way. Deborah is going to be at Dave Discovery in August, and she's going to be one of our educators. We're excited about that. And she's also a main educator in Phase 1 and also in Phase 2, which is coming out soon. So if you want to hear more from Deborah and to dig deeper into the scanner and how to read your reports, those are the places you want to be. So we're going to have Deborah on a call again. But we thank you for your questions. If you ever want questions answered, please put them on our Facebook page, and we will get to them as we can with Deborah. So thanks for being here today.
It's great being here.
All right, it's question and answer time, Loran.
Favorite time.
Yes, I have some questions. You have some answers.
I'll do my best.
These questions are not my questions, though. These are your questions. And Shelby does a great job with this role, but for some reason, you're stuck with me today.
I'm stuck with you.
Yeah, I apologize in advance, and I apologize to you in advance. I'll do the best to represent your questions as we can, but we're all here to know what you have to say about them. So let's jump into it.
Okay.
Okay. What is the difference between easy scan and the comprehensive intelligence scans?
Okay, so the easy answer is just like the name implies, easy and quick or comprehensive. All three of them are going to do a scan and are going to do a optimization. The difference is in your easy scan and your quick scans, they were designed to be a quick, basic scan and a basic optimization. For those of you that are in a hurry or you're a little intimidated by the scanner, it's an easy way to get in. Just push a button and it's done.
Yeah.
The comprehensive does the same thing. It does a more in-depth scan, just like the name implies, and it also does a more in-depth optimization. But it takes a little bit more time. There's a little more steps to follow to do.
Yep. And so if you were to distinguish why you would use one or the other, if you're new to the scanner and it's very in-depth, it's so well built out, there's so much to it, which in and of itself can be intimidating, use the easy scan. It's a one button, get your scanning through that day, get your optimization taken care of. But as you get more comfortable within that environment, you can dive a little bit deeper into that comprehensive.
And the truth is, I still do easy scans and quick scans based on the time I have in the day.
Yeah.
But I always do, a full scan. When I say a full scan, I'll do a vitals and a comprehensive and an inner voice at least once a week.
Yeah. And that also, that begs the power of the comprehensive scan, which to me, the fact that you can deselect and just look at a specific area of the body that you want to look at, it's so great. Okay, follow-up question to that. The frequencies are optimized in the comprehensive scan, but isn't that already done in the easy scan?
Yeah, whenever you do a quick scan or an easy scan, it automatically does the optimization.
Yep.
Whereas in vitals and comprehensive, you actually have to push the button to do the optimization.
Yeah.
And don't forget to do that because that's important.
Yep, of course. Yeah, you don't want to leave it with just knowing what's...
It's like getting only half dressed in the morning.
Yeah.
You want to do both, scan and optimize.
And if it's you and me, nobody likes that.
Nobody likes that at all.
Good. All right.
All right.
Next question. Do you plan to add descriptions to the CEFI items so that we know how and when to use them?
That is already in the process.
Okay.
So when you go down your list, I'm assuming you're probably talking about quantum frequencies. Lots of words. Some of those words, we've even had doctors say they're not familiar with those words because they really go back years.
Yeah.
And so those descriptions will be added. You'll be able to click on it, and a little window will eventually pop up and just say what that is. We're also working on modernizing those words. Some of those words are really old and have been replaced with newer words. That's being done. It's a work in progress, and when that happens, it'll just update, and you'll know.
Yeah, and speaking of updates, let me just do a little sidebar on this one. The benefit of the scanner as a whole is we're always working on some sort of improvement. Day to day, week to week, month to month. We know that several of you obviously have experienced in some of these recent updates that it's a challenge to clear cookies, clear the cache, and go through all those steps. And we know that can be an uncomfortable or even frustrating thing. But with that, just understand the intent when we have to go through that process. It's because we're improving things to the scanner. We're giving more features or adding more refinement to the processing of the scanner. So I know that some of you have asked, hey, don't want to do this, thought we were past this, and that's rightfully sad. But the truth is, if we were really past this, meaning no more updates, then the scanner would stand still.
Yeah, and progression never stops.
Yeah.
Think about this. You have a car, and you drive that car. You have to change the oil. You have to add gas. You have to maintain the car. Otherwise, it will eventually not work. Same thing with our scanners. You are, from time to time, going to have to update Chrome because it updates. And they don't let you know when they update.
Yeah.
So when you get locked out, go into your Chrome and update it. 2, clear your cookies. Now, I know a lot of us have an AO scanner device. I also use my personal cell phone. And I know that my personal cell phone if I'm using that one, it will slow down much faster than the AO scan one because I use it for so many other things. So if you're doing that, and it's just a good rule, at least once a month, go in and update your Chrome and clear your cache and cookies. And if you're using your own device, you're going to be doing it more often.
Yeah, and you should to keep it running smooth. Nobody likes putting gas in their car right
No,
now. Man.
no,
Nobody
they
likes
sure
it.
don't.
Okay, next question. I've been running frequencies on a few people at once as a group. I'm wondering if the quality of that transmission is the same. Should I put them in my scanner individually and run the frequencies?
Okay, so let me give you an analogy. If you had a group of people sit down and there was a food dish, the quality of that food's the same for everybody that ate it. But every person that ate it, there might be a gluten intolerance, there might be an ingredient in it that somebody's going to have a struggle with. So the quality of the transmission's okay when you're doing your CEFI to a group, but it's always better to be targeted because every individual is going to receive what they need better if it's targeted. Now, that is one of the things that will be coming out when in the scanner once people hit phase 3.
Yeah.
But you'll be able to select multiple people at the same time and send specific targeted frequencies to each one of those people simultaneously. So that is something that's in the works. It is already on the big scanner, but it is eventually being able to be formatted to go onto the mobile.
Yeah. And so we want some training and some understanding as not just how to, but why to and the functionality of that.
That's such a good question, the why.
Yeah, the why behind it. Okay, let's a couple more real quick ones. Let's see if we can make them quick. I'll stop talking. What other items might we incorporate to expand the beneficial tools we already have in our tool belt? This is a broad question. This is pretty. I think maybe some intended vagueness in that to allow you to maybe pontificate on.
Think about what you have right now. You have your CEFI device, and I've said before, and I really believe it's still one of the most underutilized tools in your scanner is your CEFI. It is so powerful, and for those of you who use it, you know exactly what I'm referring to. With your CEFI, you've got homeopathics, you've got homeoenergetics, you've got affirmations, you've got the energetic flowers. Are you utilizing those? Have you taken the time to load your supplements into your supplement library? Now you also have therapies, Kai. They have therapies that they can add into there too. Like let's say that you are a Reiki master, or you do colon therapy, or you do other types of therapies. You can add those therapies in to that supplement library, and then you can scan your client or yourself, and it will scan and say, well, you know, I need this supplement, or I need this therapy. These are tools that you already have, just utilize. And those of you who are practitioners that have all these different therapies, find a way to get those into your library so that when you're scanning people, it'll come up and say, hey, this profile needs this.
Yeah, it's interesting because even you've exposed, I think, a lot of us feel comfortable with parts of the scanner.
Right.
But the area of the scanner we don't feel so comfortable with, we don't venture into because there's a discomfort. But you're not going to break anything if you go into that space and start to learn and figure out what that can do. So I think part of the invitation of what tools can you incorporate is maybe there's a little bit of underutilization of the tool itself with all of its diversity, but in conjunction with that, like for example, the supplement library, are you loading in all the supplements or the supplements you're interested in or believe you should be taking? Let's not even talk about the scanner, let's talk about the function of the scanner as a whole. Are you well hydrated on a regular basis so the frequencies pass more fluidly and are easily recognized, not just for the body, but also for the scanner?
Well, we've talked about this in other calls too, and that's where if we don't have the proper hydration, we don't have the right nutrition, we don't have the right mineral balance and nutritional balance in us, the scanner is going to be limited in what it can actually do.
Yeah.
So we've got to make sure it has all of those things in place.
Well, you mentioned being a master, and for everyone that wants to master the scanner, here's just a little bit more information. If you haven't heard some of these answers before, listen to them again. Come back to the video and then jump into the scanner and figure it out. I think the idea of mastering anything is a great process for us all to undertake, especially when it comes to the EOS scanner technology. And so, thanks, Loran.
Thank you. Keep them coming.
Okay, we had great interviews today. You were one of them. I interviewed
Was?
you.
Oh,
You
good.
answered questions.
Yeah, you know what? I love listening to Deb, though. She just takes it to another level
Yeah.
on the skin. I just love that.
And she makes it real. She makes it real for all of us as we
does.
understand. We can understand frequencies in our day-to-day life. Let's do this. Okay, Dave Discovery, another thing that's upon us is the end of this month, July 1st, the Dave Discovery prices are going up.
Yep.
So we need to lock in who's going to be here in August. And so let's give away some Dave Discovery tickets.
I think that's great.
Okay, three people.
Yep.
You love asking questions and you have great questions. What we're going to ask you is on this call, put your question in there and direct it to someone. Ask, Loran, this XYZ, why does this do this and do that?
You know, some of those questions that have come in over the year have helped us determine some of the updates that we put into the scanner.
That's true.
So you have no idea how helpful those questions are because it helps us understand what we need to do to help you.
Yes, so comment on this call, the question you have, who you want it directed toward, and then we are going to draw from that list of questions a name next week.
3 names.
And if you get your name drawn, you're getting a free ticket, which includes the swag bag,
Yes.
right? The famous Solex swag bag, which is usually way more valuable than the ticket itself. But if you've already bought a ticket, you're just going to get reimbursed. So everybody can win here.
Yep.
Okay? All right, everyone.
See you next week.
Okay, ready?
I think so. What are we starting with?
Disneyland, dude. Hello, welcome Solex Nation.
Am I starting?
I can't remember. I can't.
Wait it.
Interview, I think, with Shelby and Deborah Bruce today.
Yes. And you.
I was in there too. Was I in this call?
You.
Oh, then I can't say that. You have to say.
It's good.
I need more
Do you
things.
see the talent I have to work with? Do you see the talent I have to work with?
Well, and I had to really think on your freaking name.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
Jeez.
I started smiling because he had to look over at you. And it was like,
Jeez, why is this so stinking hard?
Shelby. Shelby.
Okay, Chelsea, I got it.
woo.
All right, take care.